Hello everyone, I welcome to you in the Digital Fashion Design Zone. The students, today I came to you with very important class in the computer-aided design. Today we will learn about the very important articles design, that is the side panel back yoke jackets design. So in this class, from A to Z, every single steps of the patterns, all the components design, we will demonstrate. So I will suggest you to don't miss any single moment of this video, and you have to practice about that. So the measurement chart links I will provide into the description box, so you can go in there and directly you can download from there. And one more thing is there, if you want download Gerber EcoMark software for free in your computer, so I have already created one more videos. Just you go to the Digital Fashion Design Zone on YouTube and search over there Digital Fashion Design Zone, and in that you search how to download free of cost softwares. So you will see there will be the video, just you see the process and download the softwares in your computer and install. All the process of downloading and installation has been explained in that video. Just step by step follow and proceed to download and install the Gerber EcoMark software in your computer. And after that, you watch this video and learn to be a perfect jacket designer. And you can improve your skills and talent at your home. So as you can see here, this is the measurement charts, and you can see this is the articles which we would be design in this class. So this is the draft, you can see left hand side. So same as it is draft, we have to design with the help of PDS of Gerber EcoMark software. And after the complete design and manufacturing, it would be looking like as model you can see here available. So let's proceed. You can see here this is the measurement chart. So according to this measurement chart only, all the components of the jackets we will completely design. So let's see. So the students, first of all, you have to go to, before starting any design of new articles, so there are the 4 settings you have to compulsorily do in Gerber EcoMark software. Regarding the creation of the storage area, rule table, path, and setting of the user environment, I have explained in many other videos also. So if you want to know about that, so please watch many other videos in Digital Fashion Design Zone. So now we will proceed directly to design the side panel back yoke jackets. So let's start. So you can go here, you can see here this is the pattern design PDS software of Gerber EcoMark. Just double left click over there. Then you will see that the user interface of the Gerber EcoMark software, pattern design software will start to open. Now you can see the user interface has been completely appeared into the screen. Now we will have to start the design. So before starting any design, we have to decide the length and width parameters of your articles. So according to measurement chart, you can see here the jacket full length is equal to 68 centimeter and the width is 52 plus 3, 55 centimeter. So just you can select, go to the create menu and select the rectangle tool and just activate the value by clicking into this icon and come to your work area, left click over there, then the user input will activate. So you will see here there is 2 axes, one is the x-axis, another one is the y-axis. So x-axis we will define as the length of the jacket and the y-axis would be defined by the width of the jacket. So as you know that the length of the jacket according to the measurement chart is 68 centimeter. So just you have to enter your value of 68 and the width of the jacket is 55. Hello everyone, I welcome to you in the Digital Fashion Design Zone. The students, today I came to you with very important class in the computer-aided design. Today we will learn about the very important articles design, that is the side panel back yoke jackets design. So in this class, from A to Z, every single steps of the patterns, all the components design, we will demonstrate. So I will suggest you to don't miss any single moment of this video, and you have to practice about that. So the measurement chart links I will provide into the description box, so you can go in there and directly you can download from there. And one more thing is there, if you want download Gerber EcoMark software for free in your computer, so I have already created one more videos. Just you go to the Digital Fashion Design Zone on YouTube and search over there Digital Fashion Design Zone, and in that you search how to download free of cost softwares. So you will see there will be the video, just you see the process and download the softwares in your computer and install. All the process of downloading and installation has been explained in that video. Just step by step follow and proceed to download and install the Gerber EcoMark software in your computer. And after that, you watch this video and learn to be a perfect jacket designer. And you can improve your skills and talent at your home. So as you can see here, this is the measurement charts, and you can see this is the articles which we would be design in this class. So this is the draft, you can see left hand side. So same as it is draft, we have to design with the help of PDS of Gerber EcoMark software. And after the complete design and manufacturing, it would be looking like as model you can see here available. So let's proceed. You can see here, this is the measurement chart. So according to this measurement chart only, all the components of the jackets we will completely design. So let's see. So the students, first of all, you have to go to, and before starting any design of new articles, so there are the 4 settings you have to compulsorily do in Gerber EcoMark software. Regarding the creation of a storage area, rule table, path, and setting of the user environment, I have explained in many other videos also. So if you want to know about that, so please watch many other videos in Digital Fashion Design Zone. So now we will proceed directly to design the side panel back of jackets. So let's start. So you can go here, you can see here, this is the pattern design PDS software of the Gerber EcoMark. Just double left click over there. Then you will see that the user interface of the Gerber EcoMark software, pattern design software will start talking. Now you can see the user interface has been completely appeared into the screen. Now we will have to start the design. So before starting any design, we have to decide the length and width parameters of your articles. So according to measurement chart, you can see here the jacket full length is equal to 68 centimeter and the width is 52 plus 3, 55 centimeter. So just you can select, go to the create menu and select the rectangle tool and just activate the value by clicking into this icon and come to your work area, left click over there, then the user input will activate. So you will see here there is 2 axes, one is the x-axis, another one is the y-axis. So x-axis we will define as the length of the jacket and the y-axis would be defined by the width of the jacket. So as you know that the length of the jacket according to the measurement chart is 68 centimeter. So just you have to enter here value of 68 and the width of the jacket is 55 and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now you have to give the name of this jacket, side panel, and first of all you have to on the caps lock and side panel back yoke jacket 01. and after that hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now you can see this, the outline of the jacket standards has been completely drafted. See, we can see here according to the measurement chart what is the next. So placket width, which is equal to 3 centimeter. So just we have to define the placket, or we have to go to the offset menu and select this front line, and -3 is the placket position, right click and then open. So the students, you can see this is the exact front line of the jacket. This is the placket area. So we would have to, this is called as the basic structural line for the front portion of the jacket. So all the parameters we have to calculate by this line only. So just to come to the next option, we can see here we have to divide first of all this rectangle into 2 equal parts. So as we know that 53 is the width of the measurement, and 3 already extra we have taken because of the placket. So what we have to do, we have to go to the offset menu and select the center back line, left click, right click and then OK. Go to the calculator and 53 divide by 2 and just apply and then OK, and enter here minus value and hit the enter button, or right click and then OK. So this is the exact side seam line for the position of the jacket. Next, according to the measurement chart, what we have to do, we can see front neck to waist length, which is equal to 41.4 centimeter. Just copy this value by pressing Ctrl C and come to your work area, go to the offset tool, come to front neck line, left click, right click and then OK, and enter the minus and Ctrl V to paste the value and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now you can see this is the waistline position of the jacket. Now according to the measurement chart, we can see here waist to back neck length, which is equal to 40.1 centimeter. Just copy this value, come to your work area, back neck length from waist. So this is the waistline. Just to go to the offset menu, select the waistline and enter the value by pressing Ctrl V and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. So this is the, you can see here into the draft, this is front neckline and this is the back neck line. Now you come to your measurement chart and you can see what is the next step. So next step is that waist to bust vertical measurement, waist to bust. So just to copy this value by pressing Ctrl C, come to your work area, you can see this is the waistline. So just to go to the offset tool, select it, come to your waistline, left click, right click and then OK, and enter the value by pressing Ctrl V and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now you can see this vertical line is the hem, this vertical line is the waist position of the jacket, this vertical line is the bust position of the jacket. Now you come to the measurement chart. For the next step, you can see across shoulder. Now this is bust to shoulder vertical measurement, which is equal to 6.68. Just copy this value by pressing Ctrl C, come to your work area, and now you have to go to the offset tools, select it, and this is the bust line. Left click, right click and then OK. Just enter value by pressing Ctrl V and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. So now this is the position of shoulder of the jacket. Now according to the measurement chart, across shoulder. So across shoulder we will take half across shoulder, which is equal to 19.4. Just copy this value, come to your work area. So across shoulder we will take through the center back line or back line of the jacket. So just to go to the offset menu, select this line, left click, right click and then OK, enter minus, Ctrl V the value, press and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. So this is the back arm side position line also across shoulder. So what we have to do, go to the modify and clip. So we would have to clip this line, select by this position, and this is the bust line. So up to bust line we have to increase this. According to the measurement chart, what is the next arm's eye bottom width? So what would be the bottom width of the arm's eye, which is equal to 10.9 centimeter. Just copy this value by pressing Ctrl C, come to your work area and go to the create, select the offset tool, and this is the back arm's eye. To back to front arm's eye, it would be the width of the arm's eye. So what we have to do, just we have to select this, go to first of all select the offset tool, come to this back arm's eye position, and then you have to enter the value. First enter minus, Ctrl V, and this is the value of the arm's eye bottom width. And after that you have to hit the enter button, right click, and then OK. Now the students, you can see this is the exact position of arm's eye bottom width, back arm's eye line and front arm's eye line. Come to your work area and measurement chart. So next is telling top front neck opening. So front neck opening, how much would be? It would be 6.46. Just to copy this value, come to your work area. And we already know that we have to select the offset tool. This is the center front line. Left click, right click, and then OK. Don't be confused. This is not a center front line. This is the placket width. So the main baseline is this. So all the measurement we have to take by this line only. So just enter here minus, Ctrl V, and hit the enter button, right click, and OK. Now again we have to go to the offset tool and just come to measurement chart, and you can see down front neck opening. So of the jacket, it would be 7.46. Just copy this value, come to your work area and go to the offset menu, select the offset tool, and just you have to select this top neck front line, left click, right click, and then OK. Enter the minus value, Ctrl V, and hit the enter button, right click, and then OK. Now you can see this is the neck opening cross section. So we have to clip this line by this cross section. Just to go modify, select the clip tool and select by this position, and again by this position, and you can clip the line and you can remove the unwanted portion of the line. Now you can see this is the front neck opening area. Similarly, we have to draft the back neck opening also. So just you come to your measurement chart and you can see here back neck opening, which is equal to 7.46 by the back neck option. If you are getting confused, you can see here this is the back neck opening curve and it is the front neck opening curve. So just to come to your work area, for back neck opening we have to select the center back line. Just to go to the create, select the offset tool, and you have to come to this line, left click, right click, and then OK, and enter minus value, Ctrl V to paste the same value and hit the enter button, right click, and then OK. Now again we have to go modify clip, and we have to clip this line by this position. So right click and then OK. Now according to the measurement chart, you can see here that back neck opening curve, so value it would be 2.5 centimeter. Just copy this value, come to your work area, modify. Now you have to select the point line tool, and after that left click to this position, drag it up and come to the end box and Ctrl V to paste the value, and then hit the enter button, right click, and then OK. So you can see back neck curve area has also been identified. Now we have to draw the curve shape for neck openings. So select the 2-point curve tool and just left click drag to the endpoints and activate cursor, left click drag to the endpoint, and like this you can draw the back neck curve. Similarly, for the front neck curve also we have to draw. Similarly, you have to come to this endpoint, and like this, a beautiful shape and perfectly you have to draw, and okay. Now according to the measurement chart, they are telling that back shoulder slope, so it should be 2.5 centimeter. Just come to your work area, and you can see here arm's eye, back arm's eye line. This is for back shoulder slope. So as you can see here, this line is for back neck and this line is for front neck. So this point we have to transfer to back neck position, line position. So go to the modify clip and just select by this position and this position, right click and then OK. You can see that this point has been transferred to back neck line. Go to the 2 point, left click, drag and point, right click without releasing mouse. And for back shoulder slope also we have to do like this, 2.5 centimeter is the back shoulder slope. Now you have to join this line by this point. Now exactly this is the back shoulder line. Similarly, as you know, this is the front arm's eye. Left click to this position, come to this endpoint, right click without releasing mouse. Now you have to enter the value 6 centimeter for front shoulder slope and hit the enter button. If it's not happen, again you can repeat the process. Left click, drag to the endpoint, right click without releasing mouse, 6 centimeter and hit the enter button. And now this line you have to join by this point, right click and then OK. Now the students, you can see this is the front shoulder line and this is back shoulder line. So what is the length of the shoulder? So according to measurement chart, we can see front and back shoulder length, which is equal to 12 centimeter plus 1 centimeter is overall is 13 centimeter. Just go to the verify tool, line length, and select these two shoulder line, right click and then OK. And you can see here the measurement is different. So we would have to change both front and back shoulder length is equal to 9 centimeter, 13 centimeter. So just select point line and left click to this position, drag to end point, activate value, come to this end box, enter the value 13 and hit the enter button. Similarly, left click to this position, drag to the end point, come to this end box and enter the value 13 and hit the enter button. Right click and then OK. Now students, you can see the front and back shoulder length has been converted into 30 centimeter. Now according to the measurement chart, what is the next things? Front princess line position. Front princess line positions, you students, you can see in this diagram. This is the front princess line position, dotted line as you can see here. So we have to draw to that. So front princess line position is 12 centimeter. Just to copy this value, come to your work area and just go to the create offset tool and you have to select the front line, minus, enter the value and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now this is the front princess line position. So we have to go modify clip and we have to clip this line up to the bust line. So what we have to do, just to select this line by this position and you can clip it like this, right click and then OK. Now come to your, according to the measurement chart, we can see here the next measurement is UK, which is equal to 8.34. UK, K1, K1 and Z1. So you would be confused regarding that what is UK, K1 and Z1. In this diagram you can see here UK so is this portion and K1 is this portion of the front shoulder and K1 Z1 is this portion. So this front shoulder line we have to divide in this way. So just to come to your measurement chart and you can see front UK, which is equal to 8.34. Just copy this value, come to your work area and go to the modify split and left click, come to this endpoint and go to the end box, Control V, go to the end box, Control V to enter the value 8.34 UK. As you know, 8.34 and just you have to hit the enter button and right click and then OK. Now you can see UK is UK to this position. Now again we have to go to the select the split tool and come to your measurement chart, and KK1 which is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Just copy this value, come to your work area, and KK1, just to come to this endpoint, right click without releasing mouse, come to the end box, Control V, KK1 3.5 centimeter, according to measurement 3.5 KK1, just enter this value and OK. Now according to measurement, next is the K1Z1 which is equal to 4.66. Just to copy this value, come to your work area. Now you have to go modify point line. Now maximize it and just left click to this position, right, come to this end box, Control V. As we can see, according to measurement chart, this is the 3.5 K1Z1. Yes, so just copy this value and come to your work area and come to this end box, Control V, and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. So now in this way, front shoulder line has been divided into these parts, but now we have to draw the shoulder dart. We have to go to the create to point and left click to this point, come to this end point and activate cursor, and just by the shoulder position, similarly by this position and this position, we have to draw line. So this is the front shoulder dart, right click and then OK. Now we have to draw the arm's eye curve, front and back. So first of all, go to the offset and select this bust line position of the jacket, right click and then OK, and activate value, and -2 you have to enter the value, right click and then OK. Now we have to divide this line into equal parts by this position. So as earlier I have divided, you go to the modify split, left click, come to this endpoint and just come to this box. As already you know calculator, you go 53 is exact width of the jacket, divide by 2 and apply and then OK. So 26 is there, just press OK button, right click and then OK. Now exactly to this point we have divided this line. Now we have to draw the arm's eye curves. You go to the 2-point curve and come to this end point and activate cursor and to this exact point, and now we have to draw like this curve. Curve should be in a beautiful exact manner. Little bit which can cross the arm's eye area, but it should not be in a big manner. In a little way you have to draw. Similarly, just you have to draw the front arm's eye curve by joining to the same point, and in this way beautifully curved shape we have to provide. Right click and then OK. So arm's eye curves also has been completely drafted, students. Now what we have to do? Now we have to draft the side seam line and the waist dart, front and back waist dart. As you can see into the diagram, we have to draft this is the waist dart and side seam line, and this is the back waist dart. So for that, what we have to do? So just you have to go to the modify split, and first of all we have to split by this point to this waistline. Left click, go to the end point, come to this end box, calculator, and already 53 divide by 2 and just apply and then OK. Now we can see it has been divided by this position. Similarly, we have to come to this end point and 3 because just, and after that from here we know the princess line position is 12, just 12, and we have to split at this position. right click and then OK. Now we have to go verify line length, and just we have to go to the line length, verify line length, and just you measure how much is this, 13.5 centimeters. So exactly this side panel is 13.5. So similarly you have to go modify, split, and you have to divide this back side panel also by 13.5 and hit the enter button. You have to go to this endpoint and right click without releasing mouse, go to the calculator, and 53 divided by 2, just apply this value, and 53 divided by 2, just you come here to this box and go to the calculator, 53 divided by 2 and apply, and then OK. Now OK, now it has been divided. Now similarly 13.5, so exactly from this point come to this end box, 13.5 also we have to take, and we have to divide by this position also. After accomplishing of all these things, we have to draw the back yoke. So as you can see into the diagram, so back yoke is likewise. So back yoke, so it would be, this is just, you can see a shoulder line. So shoulder line, just it should be above of the shoulder line 3 to 5 centimeter. And just you have to come to your work area and just go to the view, zoom in, and just zoom in at this portion of the shoulder line, and just go to the modify, split, and just exactly come to this position and split by this line, and view and full scale. Just to go to the 2-point curve, come to this end point, come to this end box, and 4, just enter this value. Similarly from this point you have to enter the 4 and hit the enter button, and then you have to provide like this shape, right click and then OK. After that you can see into this diagram we have to draw this side panel also. So you can see here, this is the waistline. Okay, so now just we have to go to the view and zoom in, and we have to zoom in by this point, and after zooming in it, go to the modify, split, and come to the exactly to this position through this line only you have to split. After splitting it, just you go to the view, full scale. Okay, now after that come to your technical diagram, and just you see same distance gap is there also. So you have to go create 2-point curve, come to this end point without releasing mouse, right click and just enter 4, and now you have to come to this waist position, and then also enter here 1.5 and hit the enter button. Now you have to give a proper shape. Similarly you have to come to this end point, to this side, drag to the end point without releasing mouse, right click, come to this end box, 1.5 centimeter and hit the enter button, and like this beautiful shape you have to provide. Now we have to go to the 2-point and left click to this position, drag to the end point. Just come to this position, left click, drag to the end point. Now here also you have to left click, drag to this end point, activate cursor, left click to this position, drag to the end point, right click without releasing mouse, 1.5 centimeter, and then OK. Similarly just come to this point and cross, come to this end point, end box, enter 1.5, hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now this, you can see here the darts of the waist dart for the back panel has been drafted. Similarly, we have to draft the side seam line. So just come to this 2 point, come to this end point, and left click to this position, right to this end point, come to this end box, and just 2 centimeter hit the enter button. Similarly, we have to repeat the process for other side. Left click, come to this end point, and 2 centimeter hit the enter button. Just left click to this end point and just join this line to this end. Repeat the process for this side also, and then OK. Now this is side seam line position has also been completely drafted. Right click and then OK. Now we have to draw the front waist dart position. Go to the 2 point, come to this end point, just come to this end point, right click without releasing mouse, 1.5, hit the enter button. Repeat the process for the other side also. Left click, come to this end point, and right click without releasing mouse, and 1.5 and hit the enter button. Okay, now just you come to this end point, cross, left click to this position, but you can see it has not been splitted at this exact position. So just to cancel this and undo this. Now first of all, we have to go to the modify, split, and come to this end point and change the boxes. First 3 and hit the enter button. After that, again come to this end box, and 12, you know already exact position is there. Right click and then OK. Now go to the create menu, select 2-point tool, left click to this position, cross section, and come to this end point, right click without releasing mouse. Now you enter here 1.5, hit the enter button. Repeat the process for other side also, 1.5 and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now you can see that this front side panel has also been completely drafted. Now we have to draw the wings, as you can see into the technical diagram. This wing components we have to draft, and this back strap, waist tightening strap we have to draft. So just come to your work area and go to the offset menu and select this line, left click, right click and then OK. Activate value -4, just hit enter button. And after that, right click and then OK. First of all, we have to go to the point line. Left click, drag to this end point, and first of all we have to enter 15 length of this line. After that, you have to go to the create 2-point perpendicular on line, left click to this end point, and 50% now you have to enter and hit the enter button. Activate cursor, and like this you have to draw. Right click and then OK. Go to the modify, move, and select these 2 lines, right click and then OK. Now you have to move it exactly to this position. Okay, if you are not comfortable, again you can first zoom in it full all. After that, right click and then OK, and exactly to this position you can fix it. Just you go to the 2-point, left click, go to the end point, and the length should be 8 centimeter and angle would be 20 and hit the enter button. Similarly, come to this end point and the length should be 8. Go to the angle and -20, just enter and hit the enter button. Right click and then OK. Now you have to go 2-point curve, just to select this line. First of all, we have to divide this line into 2 equal parts. Modify, split. Come to this end point, 50%, just enter the value and hit the enter button. Right click and then OK. Now we have to go create 2-point curve, and just we have to draw the curve. By this side we have to go 2 centimeter and like this, a beautiful curve shape we have to provide to this side. After that, what we have to do, we have to go to the create mirror and we have to select this line, and by this we have to mirror it. Cancel it, go to the mirror, select this line and selection to continue, and like this you select this line. After that you can see it has wings pattern has also been completely drafted. Now we have to draft the pattern of the waist back bend. So waist bend, for that what we have to do, we have to we can already know that 13.5 is what should be the total length of the waist band. So as you know that you have to go to the verify line length and just measure this. How much is this? This is 13.5. 13.5 divided by 2, just apply 6.75. 6.75 plus 13.5. So just apply 20.25 and then okay. So just 20.25 value we have to enter, and we have to place. Go to the offset, and -4 would be the width of the waistband. And now we have to go to the 2-point perpendicular online, and just you come to this endpoint and activate value, and like this we have to draw. Modify, click, and just we have to click it. Now we have to go as we have already taken 4 centimeter. So again we have to go to the create 2-point and perpendicular online and come to this endpoint and 4 centimeter. Just hit enter button, and here also we have to draw that. Go to the modify, clip, and just click this by this position. Perpendicular online, just come to this line, and 50% you have to enter the value and hit the enter button. Now just you draw it like this. After that 2-point curve we have to select, come to this endpoint and just to this endpoint, and a very beautiful curve you have to draw. As you can see here, we are drafting the beautiful curve. Right click and then OK. Now you have to go create mirror, select this line, right click and then OK, and select this mirror line, and after that it would be mirrored. Now you can see it had been mirrored successfully. Now just you have to create a perpendicular online, come to this endpoint and just join it. After that we have to go modify, click, and we have to click unwanted portion, and similarly right click and then OK. Now we have to go to the delete line, and this unwanted line we have to delete. Right click and then OK. Now according to the technical diagram we have to draw the collar, as you can see here, collar, and the this is the lapel portion. So what we have to do, just you come to your work area and create and go to the offset and select this, have to click right click and activate value, and 2 centimeter just to go to top, right click and then just you have to go 2-point curve and just left click to this endpoint, come to this endpoint. Now we have to enter 0.5 centimeter and hit the enter button and come to this endpoint, and like this we have to provide a curve shape according to our requirement. Right click and then OK. Now we have to go modify, delete line, and this unwanted line we would have to delete. Now what we have to do next things is that we have to go to the create and the 2-point perpendicular on line, select this line, come to this endpoint, and without releasing mouse, right click, come to this endpoint, 0.5 and hit the enter button. Now you have to draw this perpendicular, right click and then go to the modify and rotate and select this line, right click and then OK. Select the point of rotation and activate value, go to the angle. So as we know already 90 degree is there. So from the calculator we can see, just you open the calculator and 90 degree is already here, minus 65. So how much is 25? So just you come to this, you can see 25, we have to go plus side. So just enter here 25 and hit the enter button. So it will be 65 total length. Right click. If you want to measure the angle, just you come to this angle and select this two line, and you can see here 65 degrees there. So we would have to draw this line by this front shoulder line by 60 degree and just clear. After that we have to go to the verify. First we have to verify back neck length. So verify line length, and what is this length? This is the 8.31. So just you open the calculator, where is it? Just to go to the calculator, open from your computer, and this is the 8.31. So 8.31 plus 0.5 extra we have to take for each, and total is 8.81. Just to copy this value by pressing Ctrl C, come to this modify point line, and after that just left click to this position, drag endpoint, left click, drag to this endpoint. Now you have to Ctrl V and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now you can see verify line length. So 8.81 is there. Okay, just we have to draw, go to the create perpendicular on line, and just you have to come to this and select the hole and no value. Just what we have to do, we have to draw like this, and after that we have to go modify point line, and this point just we have to reduce it like this. We have to split by this position. Go to the view, zoom in, and we have to zoom in at this point to the complete end. Go to the modify, split, select this position, drag, and completely exactly to this position we have to split. Right click and then OK, view, full scale. Now just we have to go to the modify point line and left click to this end point, come to this end, and you have to enter here 7 centimeter, and similarly to this point enter here 1 centimeter. Right click and then OK. Now we have to draw the curve shape. So for that, first of all we have to 2-point perpendicular on line, and this by this line we have to 50% and hit the enter button, activate value, and you can see here by this point we have to draw the curve. You go 2-point curve and select this endpoint and the endpoint of this line, and like this curve shape you have to draw. After drawing this curve, right click and then OK. Now we have to go modify point line and just select this line and go to the cursor and come to this distance and box. Now the lapel length width should be 12 centimeter and hit the enter button. According to the technical diagram, 12 is the lapel width. Combine, and just we have to combine all these three portions. Right click and then OK. After combining, we have to go to the smooth, and we have to smooth it like this little bit, and then again go to the smooth to confirm. Now we have to come to the create and 2 point, left click, come to this endpoint and activate value. 2 point, you select, left click, come to this endpoint, right click, come to this end box, and by 6 centimeter and hit the enter button and cursor. Now you have to position it, right click and then OK. Go to the modify point line, left click, come to this endpoint, activate value and 6 centimeter and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Perpendicular on line, and cancel it, perpendicular on this line, and half and value you have to, and we have to enter here 8 centimeter and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now again we have to go to point curve, select this line, activate cursor and just join this, and like this we have to draw a beautiful curve. Right click and then OK. Now we have to go modify, delete line, so we have to delete line, so we have to delete unwanted line, whatever is here, right click and then OK. And now we can see all the unwanted line we have to delete. All this line is not required, so all the unwanted line we have to delete, right click and then OK. So now we have to draw the lapel portion. So first of all we have to go to the view, zoom in and zoom in this area, completely zoom in it. After complete zooming, modify split, left click, by this position drag it to this exact point and split it, right click and then OK. View and full scale. Again we have to zoom in this portion also. You have to zoom in, it's completely fully we have to zoom in it. We have to go to the modify, split and left click and come to this by this end position, right click and then OK. After that we have to go to the create 2 point curve, and now just come to this endpoint and drag it to this endpoint, and from here just enter 50% and hit the enter button. Now you can draw the lapel shape like this. After drawing it, we have to go modify curve, select this line and come to this half portion. After that just little bit you have to drag it like this. After dragging it, go to the smooth, select this, and by this point we have to smooth it properly, totally. Now you come to your technical diagram and match it whether is it okay, same as it is or not. Yes, it is same. Now you have to confirm. After that we have to draw this curve also. Go to the create 2 point curve, hem curve. So just come to this endpoint, 3 centimeter only you have to take, and by this side you take 5, and little bit like this curve shape you provide, right click and then OK. Now students, complete jacket draft has been drafted. Now we have to go to the further step to trace the pattern. So just go to the trace menu, and first of all we will trace the collar portion. As you can see here, we will have to select this line in a clockwise direction. You have to trace and select this, right click and then OK, right click and then OK. Now you can see this is the collar portion, so give the name and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. After that we have to go modify, rotate and left click, right click and then OK. Select the point of rotation and just you rotate it like this. just a little bit down you have to take and rotate it. Right click and then OK. Go to this grain line and just you have to readjust the grain line, because we can see here this is not a proper shape. So we have to go modify, combine, and we have to combine first of all this, and then we have to go smooth. And now you have to select this line, and just by this point only we have to smooth it. Left click to continue smooth until it will be completely smooth. You have to wait for that. You have to press the left click if you are satisfied with this, and then select. Now we have to go combine, and this 2 point also we have to combine, this 2 line. After the combinations you have to go mirror, and you can mirror it. Again we have to go rotate, left click, right, no, select the point of rotation, and we can horizontally properly we can rotate this like this. This is called the upper collar. So we have to go to the create annotation and cancel it. First we can see here also the shape is not a proper, so we have to provide the proper shape over here also. For that what we have to do, modify, combine, and we have to combine this line also. After making combination we have to go smooth and just come by this position, and we have to smooth it. So we have to smooth it, continue until we get the satisfied length, and just come to this point also and smooth it until we will get a straight line. After that we have to go modify point line, and just this line just we have to increase. Right click and then OK, clip, and just we have to clip it. So this is the upper collar. Now what we have to do, we have to go to the create and annotation, and just we have to give the name upper collar in short, and default size we have to change by 2 and apply, and then OK. Now you have to go copy piece, just to copy this piece, and we have to draft the lower collar also. So just to give the name lower collar, and enter button, and edit annotation, and just OK, give the name LC lower collar, and just apply OK. But lower collar, as you know that the lower collar should be, we have to reduce by 0.3 centimeter from this bottom. Go to the create and offset, and just we have to go modify and offset, and this select, and activate the value minus 0.3 centimeter, and hit that button. Right click and then OK. So it has been completely reduced by 0.3. So this is the lower collar and upper collar. So collar portion has been completed. Again we will tell you, you have to go to the trace and select the front portion in a clockwise direction. Very carefully, we should not miss any single portion, in a clockwise direction. Right click and then OK. Now we have to select this one, right click and then OK, and now we can see this is the front. Just to give the name front, or right click and then OK. So this is the front portion, and go to the modify, click and select this, and then right click and then OK. So this is the front part which has been completely drafted. Now we have to trace the pattern of the front side panel. Go to the create menu, trace, and just trace the front side panel. So this, by this line we have to trace very carefully in a clockwise direction, and this line we have to select, and this. After this selection you can see outline of the front side panel has been traced. Right click and then OK, and select this line also. Right click and then OK. Now we have to give the name front side panel and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Go to the annotation and just front side panel, and default size you have to change by 2, apply and then OK. Right click and then OK. Now you can see front side panel has been. Go to the modify, clip, and just you have to click unwanted portion like this. Okay, now we have to draft the back side panel. We have to trace the back side panel. Go to the create, trace, and we have to trace the back side panel. So this line in a clockwise direction we have to select very carefully, and after selection, this you can see here, right click and then OK, and you have to select this also, right click and then OK. So this is the portion of the side back panel. So side back panel, and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Go to the annotation and left click, right click and then OK, and side back panel, and default size you have to change by 2, apply and then OK. Right click and then OK. Now we can see we have to go modify, clip, and we have to clip unwanted portion like this, right click and then OK. So this is the back side panel has been completed. Now we have to trace the pattern of back yoke. Just to go to the create, trace and back yoke. Just to select the back yoke portion. Very carefully you have to trace the pattern. If any single mistakes you did, your pattern will change, so be careful about that. Now this is, you can see here, this is the back yoke portion. So you give the name back yoke, go to the annotation and just back yoke in short, and default size 2 and then OK. So back yoke portion has also been drafted, traced. Now we have to trace the back portion. Just you have to select in a clockwise direction the outline of this pattern. Very carefully you have to trace, should not do any single mistake, and just right click and then OK, and select this line also. Now you can see here, this is the back part of the jacket. So back part, just you have to hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Go modify and clip. So we have to clip this portion by unwanted area. Now we have to go create annotation, just to give the name back part, default size by 2, and just you have to apply and then OK. Now we have to trace the pattern of wings pattern. Go to the trace and just you have to select this in a clockwise direction without any mistake, right click and then OK. So this is the wing, and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Similarly we have to trace another wing pattern in a clockwise direction, right click and then OK. This another wing portion has been dropped. Go modify, combine. So we have to combine this line. Okay, right click and then. Now this is the wing portion has also been drafted, as you can see here. Now we have to trace the pattern of the strap. So we have to select this portion in a clockwise direction, right click and then OK. So this is the strap portion. So the students, you can see here that completely all the components of the upper jacket side panel and back yoke jackets has been completely adopted. Now we have to apply the allowances to this pattern. So how we will apply the allowances? First, let me arrange these components in a proper manner like this. This is the front side and front, and this is the back side and this is the back, and this is back yoke components. So all these components we have to arrange in a sequential form, and after that we will have to apply the seam allowances to all these components. So now we have to apply the seam allowances to all these components. So how we will have to do? So just you have to go to the advanced tool and define, and you have to select all these side line in a so we want only 1 centimeter allowances for all these portion, as you can see here. So 1 centimeter. So we have now we have to enter the value 1 and hit the enter button. Now the ones for arm's eye also we have to 1 centimeter should be for arm's eye also. So we have to select this arm's eye and right click and then OK, 1 centimeter and hit the enter button. For these two portion also we have to apply the seam allowances 1 centimeter and hit the enter button. And for shoulder 1.5 centimeter we have to apply. So just to select this shoulder portion, right click and then OK, 1 centimeter and hit enter. Now 0.5 centimeter we have to apply the allowances for these 0.7 centimeter. Right click and then OK, 0.7 and hit the enter button. Right click and then. Now you can see here hem. For the hem this side also would be 1 centimeter and hit the enter button. And for the hem portion we have to apply the seam allowances for the hem portion. Very carefully you have to select all this portion, right click and then OK, 3 centimeter and hit the enter button. So this is the hem, and just we have to select this portion also, and we have to enter here 3 and hit the enter button. Right click it. Now we can see the allowances also has been here. Also wings pattern allowances we have to also provide. So all around 1 centimeter will be in all this pattern we have to provide. So 1 centimeter will be all around. Right click and then OK, 1 and hit the enter button. Right click and then. And for collar you have to apply 1 centimeter all around collar also. Just apply 1 centimeter and hit the enter button. Right click and then. So completely side panel jackets with back yoke has been completely drafted and pattern also has been traced. Next very important things, we have to draft the patterns of the sleeve of this jacket. So what we have to do, we have to go to the measurement chart and just we have to open the sleeve measurement portion. And now you have to go to the work area, and you can see here sleeve full length is 58 centimeter and sleeve width is 18.6 centimeter. Just you have to go to the work area, select create and rectangle and activate value, left click to the work area, and length of the sleeve is 58 and the width of the sleeve is 18.6 centimeter. So just enter your value 18.6 and hit the enter button. SLV short, in short you get the name sleeve, right click and then. Now you come to your measurement chart and you can see what is the AG in your diagram, technical diagram, AG which is equal to 12.4 centimeter. Just copy this value, come to your work area, select the offset tool, left click, right click and then OK, minus Ctrl V and hit the enter button. So AG. Now according to the measurement chart, what is the next AN, which is equal to 31 centimeter. Just copy this value, come to your work area and select this, Ctrl V and enter the minus value, hit the enter button, right click and then. So this is AG width, length and AN this one. Now just come to your next. What is GH, which is equal to 2 centimeter. Come to your work area and left click, right click, and then OK. -2 and hit the enter button, and go to the modify, clip, and just clip this line like this. Now again you go XL, which is equal to 9.3 centimeter. As you can see here, XL. So 9.3, just to copy this measurement and come to your work area, go to the modify, split, and left click, right click without releasing mouse, Control V, and hit the enter button. Again they are telling what is the next LL1, which is equal to 3.65. Control C, come to your work area, left click, come to this endpoint and box, and enter here value, Control V, and hit the enter button. Now again you come to your measurement chart, and L1, L2, which is equal to 1 centimeter. Come to your work area, go to the create 2 point perpendicular on line, and just come to this endpoint and -1 and hit the enter button. Next, according to measurement, AM, which is equal to 12.4 centimeter, and just to copy this value, you can see here AM. Come to your work area, go to the perpendicular on line, 2 point perpendicular on line, and left click, come to this endpoint, enter the value by pressing Ctrl V and hit the enter button. Now what is the M1, which is equal to 6.2? Just to copy this value, come to your work area and Ctrl V and hit the enter button. Okay, next, according to the measurement chart, AI, which is equal to you can see here we have to split by this position, so 4.65. just copy this value, come to your work area, left click and Control V and hit the enter button. Cancel it, go to the modify, split, left click, come to this endpoint, Control V, the value, and hit the enter button, right click again. Now next measurement is GO, which is, you can see here, GO, which is equal to 1.5 centimeter. Come to your work area, modify, split, and first of all we have to split this point. So you can see here in measurement chart AG, which is equal to 12.4. so just enter here 12.4 and hit the enter button, and after that again we have to go 1.5 and hit the enter button, so GO. Now according to the measurement chart, we can see here what is the GG1, which is equal to 2 centimeter. So GG1 is equal to 2 centimeter. Just you go split, first we have to split this by 2 at this position, and now you have to go point line and just you come to this distension box and enter -2 and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. And we have to go create and to offset 2 point curve we have to select, and by this endpoint activate the cursor, come to this endpoint, and you have to draw like this curve. Right click and then OK, offset, left click, right click and then OK, activate value, click and then OK, and 4, just hit the enter button, right click and then OK. This line is there, so we have to go to the modify and click. First of all, point line, just you have to increase it a little bit upward, and this both has been intersecting over here. Go to the clip and select these two, and we have to clip it like this. Right click and then OK. Now we have to go to the measurement chart, and we can see BR, which means curve width, which is equal to 13 centimeter. So curve width is 13 centimeter. Just modify split and come to this endpoint, end box and 13 and hit the enter button. right click and then OK. You go now create 2-point curve, and just by this end you have to join it like this, and like this curve shape we have to draw. After that we have to go to the 2-point curve, and now as you can see in technical diagram, so we have to come to this endpoint, 2-point curve. So from here and to come to this endpoint 1.5 and hit the enter button. And you have to provide the proper shape of this sleeve. Similarly, go to the 2-point and select this, come to this endpoint, go to the end box and 1 centimeter and hit enter button, right click and then now we have to draft the arm's eye curve for the sleeve portion. As you can see in technical diagram, like this we have to draw. So just you go 2-point curve and come to this endpoint, and like this curve shape we have to provide. Similarly, we have to come to this endpoint, and like this we have to provide the shape to this piece also. Here we will give little bit curvy shape, and after that we have to join this portion and select. What we will do, just to go modify point line, and just this portion you have to increase it like, and similarly this one we have to increase it like this, and go to the clip and just we have to clip like this. Okay, now again we have to go create 2-point curve, bottom arm's eye we have to draw, and just you can match it here like this, and this to portion and this portion we have to match it, and by this point first full zoom in it and complete, and like this we have to do. After that, view and full scale, right click and then OK. Now you can see the draft of this sleeve pattern has been completed. You go to the edit, customize, preferences, display and fill piece, apply, and then OK. So now you can see that the complete portions of the jacket's pattern has been completely designed. Now we have to trace the pattern of the sleeve. Just to go to the create, trace, and trace the outline of the sleeve pattern. Just first of all, lower sleeve we will have to trace in a clockwise direction. Okay, and this lower sleeve and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now this is the lower sleeve portion, and now we have to trace the upper sleeve portion. So we have to trace in a clockwise direction without any mistake, in a clockwise direction, right click and then OK, and right click. Just we have to go copy, create, copy, left click and then right click, OK, left click, right click and then OK, and here 0 just enter and copy this. Now you have to go modify, offset, and select these two and enter here value 3 centimeter and hit the enter button, or right click and then OK. Like this we can see it has been increase. Modify split, and just you have to come to this endpoint, just enter your 10 and hit the enter button. Similarly, you just come to this portion also and enter here 10 and hit the enter button. Right click and then OK, go to the create, copy, and just copy. So just copy it here. Okay, after copying it, just we have to go offset menu, create offset this line 3.5 and hit the enter button. Similarly, we can see here 3.5 and hit the enter button. Right click and then OK. Now we have to just, this is the 3.5, go to the 2 point and just join by this over here, and this portion to this, just to come here 1 centimeter down, right click and then OK. So we have to clip it, we have to go clip and just clip it. This portion has been completed. Now we have to do this portion. We can see here, and we have to go create 2 point and just come to this endpoint and 1 centimeter and hit the enter button. Right click and then OK, go to the 2 point, and by this we have to match it. After that we have to go copy and just copy this 9 by 0 and go to the offset, and we have to enter here 3 and hit the enter button and right click and then OK. Go modify point line and just you have to increase this value up to here. Similarly this value by this, right click and then OK. Now we have to go clip and we have to clip by this line. And we have to clip this also by this line, and also we have to clip this by this line. After clipping we have to go modify delete line, so this line we have to delete. Right click and then OK, copy and select these 2 lines, right click and then OK, and value 0 and hit the enter button, right click and then OK. Now we have to go offset and offset, and we have to offset it by 3 and hit the enter button. Similarly we have to offset this also by 3. -3 and hit the enter button. Right click and then OK. This point we have to go modify, clip, and we have to clip by this point. After that we have to go point line, and just this line we have to increase by this, and this line by this. Clip and just you have to clip this now, and go to the create 2 point and go to the horizontal. So horizontally you can increase it, modify, clip, and just you can clip it. After that you can see the students the complete portion of this sleeve also has been drafted. Now just we have to go to the create and modify delete line. So whatever unwanted line is there we have to delete, and advance define, select this line 1.5 and hit this allowances. By this portion also 1.5 and hit the allowances. Similarly this portion 1.5 and hit enter button, and here also 1.5 and hit enter button. right click in them. Now the students, you can see the complete jacket patterns drafting I have explained you for the upper body garments. For lining components in the next class, I will explain you what is. So just I hope that this class will be very much helpful for you.